Sawadee Cup and welcome to another episode here for the Funky Pod and Media Prof reacts to all the things that are reactable. And I react again to Twitter. Yes, again. I mean, come on, we have to. I hope it's the last time this year, but we still got like 10 days left, so I'm not sure about it. There might be more stuff to react to. Let's see about that. Okay, so Twitter Prof, Media Prof reacts to Twitter. So what's happening, right? I hope I have all the notes in my head right now. So Elon is running. I was about to say Twitter, and okay, the first thing. I mean, the obvious thing, like he asked whether or not Twitter users want him to step down. The majority said yes, and now he says like, oh, mostly probably bots. So I don't believe it. Maybe in the future for polls, only verified accounts will be allowed to participate in policy polls. It is a smart move, of course. So only let people that pay for your service, meaning that like your service, vote about policies about your service. Don't let the people that don't like your service vote about it. Fantastic. You're gonna get like a great insight there, of course, of only people that like you. Awesome. That's how democracy works. But maybe it's a private company, so who needs democracy? So that's one thing. And he says he's gonna step down once he finds someone foolish enough to take the job. So that means Elon was foolish to buy Twitter. Okay, Lex Friedman said he'd do it. Elon said, but only if you invest all your private money into it as well. And Lex said, yes, sure, let's go. Those two. I used to like Lex Friedman a lot. I still appreciate his thoughts on lots of stuff. Maybe just not on that. It's just too goody two shoes right now. And I think he's just hatched his wagon to the wrong friend. The wagon shouldn't be a Tesla, I think, that he's hatching. All right. What else? Oh yeah, the verification. So they added now different verification badges to Twitter. So blue for legacy verified accounts and people that are now paying for it. Which also the fee is different depending on the device you're doing it on, if I'm not mistaken. Then politicians get gray verified badges and official organizations get yellow, I think. I should have opened that tab before. But not always, and the private account of a politician gets a different verification badge, but gets a gray flag to indicate that. So it's totally not working. Like, the rule they came up with, then it's not implemented. Oh God, it's like at a university. Like, we should do this. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. And it's just teams working all over the place, not really communicating with each other. Fantastic. It's a hot. It looks like a student project right now. Or Twitter looks like a student project right now. When students will present this to me right now, like, hey, look, that's how it goes, and I'm like, but the verification is like not standardized. Like, oh yeah, right. We gonna fix it later, or can we present it again later? That's how it looks right now. That's how Twitter looks right now. Like So I'm on Mastodon, and Twitter blocked Mastodon or other social media links for like a day or so, and then they went back on it again. Like, what the fuck? Either go with it or don't go with it. But come on, man. This just shows that they're just throwing shit against the wall and just wait for what sticks, right? This is just frustrating because Twitter is like one of the biggest social platforms that we have, and an important one at that. And they run it full speed against the wall, and it's just so frustrating. Yes, it wasn't great before. Yes, the wokeness was too much, the blocking, the censorship, but they're censoring now too. It's like, just if you say Elon Musk sucks dick, you probably also get banned. And so it's just very, 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 very frustrating. I'm not saying I want the old Twitter back. Well, yes, I do, but I'm not a fan of the wokeness, the PC, the censorship, like I just said. But I'm also not a fan of just like making up arbitrary rules and regulations and then just applying them whenever you feel like it. And then if it's your friends, you don't do it. And even this journalist who released the Twitter files, right? One of them, Bari Weiss, she's now complaining too, which is her right. After lots of journalists have been banned from Twitter. So is there like a roadmap? Are there like rules and regulations apply to everybody? Aren't there? Right. So that's really that's just it's the same as before. I almost said a bad word again. It's the same as before, just from a different angle, but still arbitrary rules, still made up stuff, still like, I feel like this should be this should be that. There's no coherent structure to it, which is frustrating because it's one of the biggest social networks in the world, and there should be coherent structure. There should be like a plan. It should not look like a first-year student project. So that's why I'm then now also on Mastodon. Mastodon is better in terms of decentralized and so on, of course, that's cool. Functionality-wise, usability-wise, it's also not great yet, but they're also not pretending to be. They're saying like, hey, we're growing so fast right now, things are happening fast, so we're adjusting and so on. So that's a fair point, I guess. So they're still ironing out some of those kinks, which is fine. One of those things, for example, you can follow hashtags, topics, you can follow users, just like on Twitter. But you have it all in your timeline. So it would be cool if you have like a column, like on TweetDeck, for example, like here I follow my trends, here I follow this account, that's just my timeline with the accounts that I follow, and so on. So that would be cool. Mastodon people, if you're listening, do that, because then it's going to look much cooler. Also verification, like now everybody and their mom has like a blue check mark on Mastodon, because you can just copy it into your name. I mean, people should know that it doesn't mean anything, but they're still doing it. So maybe now Mastodon has to think about like blocking certain things, blocking check marks in a name and whatnot. So anyways, so far, however, the Mastodon experience is quite nice because it's also smaller still than Twitter. So it's quite nice to just interact with, so far, mostly positive people, which is cool. So do join me there if you want to. Same handle as on Twitter, @sayfun. In this case, then it's like your username at the Mastodon instance that you join. So mine is @sayfun @mastodon.online. So join me there. Let me know how you like it there. But back to the Twitter part before we wrap up, right? I don't want to hate on Elon Musk the whole time. Like, I mean, I do think he probably had some good ideas, and he probably thought it would be easier, to be fair, right? But I mean, that's the work you do before you buy or before you spend $44 billion on something. Maybe you think about it twice. And he had some time with the lawsuit and everything, right? So he had time to think about everything. So you can't be surprised that it's harder than you thought. And then if you fire everybody, there's no wonder that things are like going downhill, obviously. Having that said, I don't wish him like anything bad or whatever, right? I do hope that Twitter succeeds, because I still think Twitter is a great platform. I hope they can turn it around. And maybe him stepping down is a thing that would help. I don't know. Like, but he needs to stop with like all those polls and be like, yeah, I'm gonna abide by the rules of this poll. Yeah, great. It's just I don't know, propaganda anyway. So stop with the propaganda stuff. Do some actual work. And turn the ship around, man. We want Twitter. I want Twitter to succeed. Twitter is awesome. It's been an integral part to so many big changes in the world. So I don't want it to fail. I don't think anyone else wants it to fail. We want it to be there, and we want it to succeed, and we wanted to keep using it. So it's time to turn the ship around. So what are your thoughts now? Of course, I'm curious again. Like, do you think the way Twitter runs right now, you think it's running into the right direction? Do you agree with me that it maybe he bit off more than he can chew, and he tries to like appease too many people / investors? But now Tesla investors come out on Twitter and hate on Elon and say like, hey, can you focus on Tesla again, please? Because the stocks are dropping too. And he keeps selling Tesla stocks and so on, right? You heard it. So Should he let someone else run it? Should Lex Friedman be the one to run it? So many questions. Let me know what you think, right? So shout out in the comments. Follow me on Twitter or Mastodon, both at SafeFun on Twitter, at SafeFun, at Mastodon.online on Mastodon. So check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Rate this thing if possible so more people can find us and we can have a bigger discussion about the future of Twitter, the future of social media, the future of Tesla, SpaceX, and so on. So again, shout out and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Stay safe, take care, and we'll talk soon. Sawadee Krap.